What happened?
Oh, they went on. So, okay, so to just explain it in its most basic of forms, I didn't really want them to finish this basement without you here to experience the finale. And so the finale, the final. So I kind of hinted at them that there was 2 more rooms that they hadn't explored yet, and they went for it. So they went and checked these rooms and found some crazy stuff and discovered some things. But what was so funny was the last room they went into, they found another puzzle on the floor. And Eon probably spent, like, what would you guys say, about a half an hour, maybe an hour and a half, trying to figure out this puzzle, because it was a pretty decent puzzle I had come up with, and spent maybe like an hour and a half trying to figure it out, and then they finally get it figured out, and they hear a click, like a loud clicking noise, and they don't know what it went to, and to keep them from, like, because it was already getting late, so to keep them from just like trying to figure all that out, I just up and admitted, like, out of character, out of DM character, to them that basically that puzzle unlocks the door that Eom had, like, shrunk down and bypassed. Like, I was like, because if you guys remember, when you guys first went in there, I said, you're not even supposed to be in here yet. And so it was just really ironic that Eom figured out how to open up that door twice. But yeah, that's
Shakespearean.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. They went into that storage room that she peeked into also. Had previously peeked into, but never went into. They explored that and found some things. And the twins and Takashi almost suffered extreme mental damage.
What you talking about? Takashi walked out like a pimp.
Yeah, Takashi's sanity sucks. And he only took 1 point of damage. He rolled a D12 and took only 1 point of damage. I was impressed. The twins fell in love. Not with each other. They just, what they saw, they decided was the most majestic thing they'd ever seen. So, yeah. And Garrigus and Eom, with some help from Takashi, solved a puzzle, some clocks, and yeah. There's a few puzzles. It was pretty much just a session of them, like, solving different puzzles. So, because even when they started opening up the portals, there was not a xylophone. I want to call it a xylophone. An old-timey record player sitting there, and even that was kind of, in its own little way, a puzzle that they had to solve, and it opened up a couple of portals. And yeah, in one of those portals, they saw some things that almost drove them crazy. So it was really fun. That was a fun little sidetrack. But here we are. Session, what number is this? Session 8? Are we on episode 8 now? I don't even know.
No, are we?
You got me, buddy. You got me. What, you weren't keeping?
Keep up with this.
You weren't keeping track either? No, we're on episode. Yeah, we are on episode 8. I was right, and I did that off the top of my head. Yeah, episode 8 of season 3 of Adventures in Loxos, the one-shots. So, we're back for another session, and that was a pretty decent little rundown of what happened last session, so I'm not even going to do that again. Here we are, Pismo Beach and all the clams we can eat. You all ready for this?
No.
Well, you better be, because
Bum, 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 bum.
So, starting off today in no particular order, but I purposely picked this one up first because they were gone last week, and this is what you get. We are starting with Tempest Inferno, who will be playing Lucian Starwhisker, a Tabaxi, which is just a catfolk, warlock. And what's an interesting fact about Lucian that we can learn about this week, Tempest?
I didn't give any thought into this at all. So, yeah, you get nothing. I'll give you 2 next week.
Well, he's got 3 fingers.
Huh?
He's only got 3 fingers. Well, he's got 4 fingers. He's missing a finger.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. Look, in his picture, I see he's only got 4 fingers.
No, he's got all 5. One's just fighting.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say, come up with a story for that.
No. I'll give you 2 next week.
Hmm.
Like, I literally have nothing.
Okay. You said something about strawberries last week, didn't you?
I
Or
gave him the
last time?
strawberries, so
Yeah.
that has to put in his mouth.
Yeah.
Take that out for your wish.
Okay. No, you don't have to give me 2 next week. We'll just we'll resolve it this session.
Sorry.
So that is Lucian Starwhisker. Unprepared. Next we have once again Tathali, who is played by AGTX The Dragons, will not be here, but normally he plays a fox type Rock Sasha, because in this campaign we have different kinds of Rock Sasha, not just the tiger or panther type, looking, that they can be different there can be different kinds. And yeah, but there's lore behind that we're not going to get into, but yep. He won't be joining us. His work is still hectic, and so he won't be able to join us this session. But Tathali was turned to stone. Check out previous episodes to see how we handled his absence. Next we have Agaragus, who will be playing, well, Kassid69, who will be playing Agaragus.
Ayo.
Sometimes the people just blend with the character. I don't know. Yeah. Who is a Myconid, which is a mushroom folk, a race of mushroom folk who are like 4 feet tall, so think like halfling or hobbit. Yeah, Pion Mender. And what's a fun fact about Agaragus, Kassid?
I would say that their eyes are really goopy.
Where are their eyes at?
You know.
Yeah. Their eyes are really goopy. If you can
like
find them.
he's got like little slits in his like skin that are like folds.
Yeah.
They're not like eyeballs.
Right.
But-
Right. So it looks like
He sees.
so Agaragus, even though they look like they don't have any eyes, actually has like a couple of goopy little slits in their face that they see out of.
Yeah, and they're real goopy.
Uh,
Cause like you remember their sweat and stuff. Like they don't have eyebrows or like an eye bridge row or whatever.
like a
Eyebrow ridge.
yeah, a brow ridge. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you said rig row.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't think so.
Like you were Scooby Doo or
Ridge
something.
row. Maybe.
I can't do it. Well, there you have it. There's a Garrigus. Oh man. Goopy eye slits attached to the rig row. Then we
Pretty sure
have
that's racist.
yeah, then we have Icy Hot 2305. Is that right? 2305? I have gotten that wrong before. You think I would know it by now,
Yeah,
but
it's 2305.
Yes, 2305, who will be playing Takashi Ryu. A South Island orc. Reason why I'm specific on calling them South Island orcs is because there are several different kinds of race of orc, and this one happens to come from the South Islands. Think about it like they come from like the Caribbean, if you will. And they're not like your typical orc. They're not like these tall, muscular. Think less Conan, think more comic book accurate Wolverine. Not Deadpool and Wolverine comic book accurate Wolverine, because that was just them talking trash. Wolverine in the comics wasn't 4 feet tall. He was like 5'9". You know? So, but yeah. So, yes. These orc tend to kind of be like that. They tend to be like 5 to 5.5 feet tall and just built like little tanks. Now, Takashi, however, didn't grow up on the South Islands. He was abducted and brought to an entirely different continent, so called Pangshun. So think going from the Caribbean to Japan and being raised up there. And as such, that's where he gets his martial prowess. So what's a fun fact about Takashi, Icy?
He wishes to have a pet so bad.
Like just any pet, or
Just any pet. After like seeing a Garrigus with Crow and
He's mine. You can't have him.
and Dragon's character with the owl, he envies the relationship that they have with him.
oh,
Bravo, I didn't think of using this to slip in, like, wish list to the GM. Hell yeah.
yeah. So
That's funny. Good observation.
Well, maybe Santa will bring you a pet for Christmas. I don't know.
Yes.
All I gotta say is I'm not cleaning up after it. If you get it, you gotta take care of it. Yeah, so that's
Just don't let it get blown up.
yeah. Don't let my doc around it. Don't let his characters around it. He's liable to accidentally kill it.
Probably bringing up bad memories.
Yeah. That was before we even started recording these sessions, and that is still a nice callback that people like to return to the well for every once in a while. Whenever we need a good laugh, just remember Mind Dot killed Tempest's pet.
Wow, we're so hard to get too.
He did. He worked so fucking hard on Milo, bro.
I know.
So hard on.
Otis tried so hard to make that. Remember when he went to tame it? It was just him just going, please, 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 and I was like, okay, God, dear, just roll it, just roll a handle animal and hope you get good. Only to have my dog blow it up.
It's awesome because Milo was truly the best of us too.
Yeah, Milo was such
Milo
a
was.
sweetheart. Yeah, Milo was such a sweetheart.
As a
Good-
player,
Still way over it.
he's like, as a player, I'm sorry. As a character, he did it for him. It was a Tuesday.
yeah, no kidding.
Oh, good grief! All right, well, that's Takashi.
I want to pay it.
He wants a pet.
He sees it more like kind of like how he's supposed to be with trying to find a retainer is how he kind of views that stuff.
He's trying to find purpose, trying to find meaning.
Yeah. He gets kind of jealous of the relationships they have.
Oh. Well, just be a good boy, and Santa will bring you Milo for Christmas.
To be clear, you're not going to be able to tame Eom as your pet.
Yeah, same with Lucian.
Yeah, let's get this. Let's get this. You know what, though? Agaricus isn't out of the realm of possibility.
yeah. Agaricus can do all things.
Yeah, Agaricus could possibly be convinced to be a pet. Could possibly. Yeah.
But low-key, Agaricus would think of it as you're the pet.
Yeah.
Agaricus is low-key an omniscient being.
Yeah. Oh man. So next we have Mind Doc playing the twins Iterion and Sir Solixel. High Elf twins. What's a fun fact about these twins, Mind Doc?
Oh, actually, they're both really like powerful, highly enchanted one-handed swords. That's a fun fact. No, but
Use my
yeah,
tactic.
bro.
Use
That is genius.
He's like, that's a
But,
fun fact.
I do have a real one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is sort of a fun fact people haven't been paying attention, I suppose, in the sense that I haven't really tried to hide it, but it hasn't really come up, and it's not that apparent with their weird build. But the twins, each of them, are actually sorcerers. They sorcerers being inherent spellcasters' magic is what comes inherently to them for one reason or another, rather than it being like a study or like something that they learn to do, like a wizard. So, kind of conservative, measured high elven society viewed them with a bit of kind of suspicion and wariness. But they couldn't deny the artistry in their casting. They just thought it was a bit undisciplined and kind of spontaneous, as opposed to the typical measured studying approach. So yeah, they're strange in another way.
Huh.
Born with magic.
Yeah, they're a bit
Interesting.
they're a bit neurotic, just in general. Cool. And they like powerful one-handed swords, magical swords.
Yeah, always a plus.
Go figure. Well, next we have Android, who will be playing Eom, a woodwode. Well, he's like a woodwode. And what a woodwode is they're kind of like, in our campaign, they're kind of like male dryads, except they're not tied to like trees. You know, dryads can only go so far away from what they call their mother tree before they have to return to it. Woodwodes don't have that problem, but they do tend to serve a mother tree, if you will, and oftentimes they will like form close relationships with dryads attached to their mother tree. So woodwodes are just as loyal, I guess, as reverent of nature and forests and trees as any dryad. They just can they're just a little bit more mobile in that sense about being able to defend their forests. Eom, well, he believes that his mother tree was cut down by an orc. And so he's just kind of, yeah, he believes he was once a tree. If you listen to the past sessions, he believes he was once a tree. So he's kind of like we got kind of like a Pinocchio situation going on where he's like a wooden man whose tree was cut down and then he was brought to life out of that said wood. What's a fun fact about Eom, Android?
I'm a real tree. Yeah. Eom, I think of him as being kind of visually ambiguous, right? So, like, if you were to be listening to him go on one of his tangents about what kind of tree he is and he's being inconsistent, and you were to be like, well, what kind of tree would he have come from? It would be hard to tell, almost as though he comes from a tree that has, like, other kinds of trees grafted into it. Whether that's, like, was actually the case, it's just that it's hard to tell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to call him on his bullshit because you'd be like, well, what kind of fucking tree did he come from? Unless you were just being like, you know, didn't you just say you were an oak? And he'd be like, yeah, the mightiest oak I was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He would just agree with you.
Must be birchwood. How do you know it's birchwood? Because I was once birchwood. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. I got you. Interesting.
I was an aspen. You can tell because of the way that they were.
Yeah. Because look at me. Yeah. Don't I look like an aspen to you? Yeah, so he's just ambiguous in what kind of wood he could possibly have been made out of in the first place.
Right. But like to the average onlooker anyway. Somebody really, really trained would probably be able to tell. It would be news to him and he would just agree. You know, like, he would just agree. He'd be like, yeah, you're right. That's an awesome tree.
Darn right I was. Yeah. Cool.
He'd be like, I'm glad you're a man of culture yourself. Horticulture.
Horticulture. You're a man of fine horticulture. The most horticultured of us all. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Cool. Well, last, but, well, I don't want to say not least, but definitely last on this list is me, Lord Pog, your humble DM. And yeah, I've been DMing for these guys for 12 years now. And yeah, after 12 years, I noticed after 12 years, we have finally like decided to play secondary characters. I noticed that on Friday. And it's just crazy to me how we could have played the same characters for like 11 years and then just up and decide, you know, let's try something new. It's like going to the same restaurant for years and getting the same thing and then one day just deciding, no, I think I'll try the egg salad or something, you know? But my fun fact was actually given to me. It wasn't given to me, but I got the memory of it. I had completely forgotten about this. But last session, when Agaragis was talking about the roly-poly that Takashi gave her, I when Agaragis said, "Oh, George," because I went through and I said, just to close out the story on George, they'll be found months from now inside one of Agaragis's pockets that they have on their body that act like folds, weird folds. They'll be found dead because Agaragis will have put them in there and forgotten about them, and they'll just be
No
dead.
water, no food,
they have
no
nothing.
air.
Yeah, nothing to survive. Yeah, you basically like choked it and strangled it to get death in your skin. But when you said, "Oh, George," and you named him, that actually gave me a memory from when I was like, 6 or 7 years old. I can't remember. Like, I want to say I was 6 years old. I was living in Farmington, New Mexico, and we lived in front of this creek, that ran through her backyard. And I'd go swimming in it all the time and stuff. And it was nothing really to write home about, but I liked it. And every once in a while, I'd just go gathering like frogs and things like that, and I found a worm. So I kept him and stuck him in a shoebox full of dirt, being like, worms live in dirt. And I named him George. Well, I found George the next day, and George had died. The second the dirt I had put inside that shoebox had dried up, George could not survive in that, and so I found him, and he looked pretty much just like a shoestring. And I was really, really broken up about it. Like, I was really sad about it. We held a funeral for George. Like, a full-on funeral for them. Dad went out in the backyard and he dug a hole for George, and we all stood around in a circle looking down in the hole, and I said a few words, to God for George, like accept him into heaven, worm heaven.
That's brilliant.
I remember like I was like little, so I was crying, right? Because I was sad, I was sad to see George die, and we had been through so much together, and I remember the whole thing fell apart, and I can laugh about it now, but like as a kid, this made me cry even harder. But I can laugh about it now when we're all standing around and I'm sitting there crying, and everybody's just pretty much trying not to laugh. And Dad just looks at Mom and kind of whispers to her. He goes, "Well, he may come back to life now that we're putting him in good soil." And my oldest brother, mine and Android's eldest brother, who was an agent of chaos in his youth, just started dying. I mean, he couldn't hold it any longer, and he just started dying, and that made me cry even harder. And then Mom was like, "Oh, you guys," calling everybody by their full names, telling everybody to shut up, like, because I was heartbroken. But everybody was pretty much just laughing after that, except me. So we held a vigil for old George the worm, who was my very first personal pet. I also owned goldfish that I kept overfeeding and killing. So there's that. I was no good with pets when I was a kid. And that's my fun fact this week. Everybody got it? Everybody on the bus? Good. Great.
I have a story.
Sure, Agaragis. Let's hear your story. Let's hear your story.
Okay, so my aunt, when I was like 10 years old, like for I think it was for Easter, they were giving away a bunch of like baby chickens somewhere in our small town of Oklahoma, and it was like she had named them, but I can't remember where I was. And she brought them and like showed them to me, and she was like putting them in her like pocket, like there's like a pocket on like some shirts and stuff. She ended up killing like two of them on accident by like squishing them on shit and
Man, she's a grown woman.
she was like in her 30s.
All right. Well, there's that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who else got a story?
Anybody else got a story about a pet they accidentally killed? No
One time I strangled a mouse.
This is true. Android, when he was very little, caught a mouse with his bare hands and then brought it to our mother to show her that he had caught that mouse, and he strangled it to death within his hand. It was the craziest thing. It was
Because she was trying to take it away from me. Don't make me sound like a psycho. I didn't just start unpromptedly strangling it in front of her. She was trying to take it away from me, and I was like, no, it's mine.
I had always just assumed because you were so little that you just didn't realize that you were squeezing it too hard.
Well, yeah, that is part of it, but it's because she was trying to take it away from me. I was squeezing it too hard because I was like, no, it's mine.
Can't have it.
Yeah, I mean, there's that, and also you're just a little bit sick, but beyond.
Yeah, I'm still good at catching mice.
All right, let's get into the session then. Everybody ready? Let's go.
Oh yeah.
What a fantastic intro, Pog.
Yes.
Oh yeah. That's it right there.
That hit the spot, didn't it? All right.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys find yourselves standing over a trap door in the boiler room of this basement, there is a updraft of heat coming from there and a ladder that'll take you down into its depths.
There's also a sign with the arrow pointed down that says George's grave.
George's grave. I'm gonna be hearing about George all night now. But yes, it is George's grave. You're close. So,
Jorge is great.
knowing that you guys must close the portal that is open to the realm of Shadowfell down here, let's paint a picture. Let's paint a picture here. Before we even begin, let's imagine the continent of Siren for a moment. You know what it looks like with its several different kingdom states and its nations. I guess they're no longer really kingdom states, but they're nations, and their different countries and how divided it has become. Siren was always known for being a pretty accepting place for most races. Most races could come there and integrate themselves, immigrate and integrate pretty easily. Maybe not all, but most. But as time has gone by, it has become increasingly xenophobic in a lot of areas. The nation of Black Flail now has its gigantic wall dividing it from the rest of the continent, and which separates it, and it's not the most hospitable of all the nations. It's probably the least hospitable. While the nation of High Forest, while slightly more hospitable, it has its level of xenophobia. And perhaps that's because it's so much smaller than its other two nations, having lost so much during the Brotherhood War, that it's not as trusting as it used to be. But the one nation that has remained pretty open to all races is the nation of Whitesword. And that is where we begin to zoom in with the camera down into the capital city of Whitesword. As we hover through the sky for a moment, we start focusing in deeper and deeper onto a noble manor. A noble's manor, or house, if you will. Also known as House Farizon. This house is in turmoil right now because its lord, one Android Farizon, who is also a legendary hero of the group The Inglorious Few, has gone missing. But not everybody knows that he has gone missing. Most believe that he has traveled east to investigate an attack that took place on the Lords and Ladies Gala, their once a year event that they host in Whitesword for all the lords and ladies to come and meet and talk and just chop it up, I guess you could say. But the truth is, Android went missing that night. And if it weren't for his personal liaison, a liaison for the lords, the major lords of Whitesword, liaisons are like almost like diplomats. If a liaison is telling you something, you can almost bet that they are acting as the mouth, as the word for their lord. And if it weren't for Android's liaison, what is his name? I forget. Sebastian Roy.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say.
Yeah, how can you forget Sebastian? Yeah, if it weren't for Sebastian...
He's like one of our best side characters.
Yeah, if it weren't for one Sebastian, House Farizon would probably be in some trouble now. For the major houses, now you have minor nobles and you have major nobles and lords, if you will. The minor lords, it's not really a big deal, but the major lords, they're all kind of conniving with one another, and they're not above attacking one another's houses when they catch each other slipping. So if it weren't for Sebastian, quickly going out and propagating that no, the Inglorious Few have not vanished. They have gone out to handle this terrible crisis of this this attack on the gala, by our mysterious foe. If it weren't for our heroes, then who would do it, type of thing. And so he's currently in process of a sort of rebrand. You have the Inglorious Few, but now he has introduced the idea of the Glorious Many. Come earn a chance for any minor adventurer of some note to come and become a part of the Inglorious Few, become a part of the Glorious Many, type of thing. And so we zoom in on House Farizon with Sebastian sitting within the study of Android. Sebastian, not being one to be disrespectful at any time, whether anyone's watching or not, is not sitting at his lord's desk. No, he's left that. He's left it. He dusts it once a day to make sure it's clean for when his lord returns, but for the second coming, if you will. But he does often sit in that study and handle business with one lord of House Farizon of note, who is known as Hargrow Jawbreaker, a dwarven he was a dwarven mercenary who Android lorded in order to get him some status. And so Hargrow, being the only lord present within House Farizon at this time, is the de facto leader of the house at this right now. However,
he's our chief of defense.
Yeah, really, the one who's calling the shots is Sebastian. Hargrow is not unless in times of peace he studies war. In times of war he applies himself, as it were. But beyond that, he's not really one for figuring out finances and things like that. And so all this plot, if you will, is of Sebastian's making, as the two sit and they talk, and Sebastian's sitting there for the moment, and he's sipping a brandy because he's increasingly becoming an alcoholic, working for Android. Having to deal with Android shenanigans on a regular basis. He's sitting there sipping a brandy, and Hargrow is standing there with his arms crossed, and he's just like, and they're thinking about this group They're talking about this group that they have sent on an errand. Some adventurers that are trying out for the glorious mini to become kind of like the B team, perhaps, of the Inglorious Few. And Hargrow is standing there with his arms crossed, and he's asking Sebastian. He says, "You think they'll succeed?" Sebastian takes a sip of his brandy and shrugs and says, "Well, I mean, they came back after the first mission alive. That's more than what we can say for the last couple of groups that have tried out." Hargrow just kind of snorts for a minute and goes, "I kind of like the orc. He's got stature, like me."
Said no one ever.
What a dick, Eon.
With that, Sebastian just sips his drink and says, "Well, them returning is not my biggest concern. If they don't return, we can just try out another group and send them in their stead. And maybe they'll succeed where the last group failed. Who knows? What has got my ears prickling is the fact that I don't know where Android is. And since the Eagle has left, I don't even have any prospects as to whether or not he's alive. At least when his bird was here, he could tell me that he thought Android was alive because he could feel him. Now, I have no information on the matter." Hargrow just kind of nods for a minute and takes it all in and goes, "Well, you know what's got me troubled?" Sebastian says, what is that?" Thinking for a moment, his eyes kind of lighting up as if Hargrow is actually gonna perform some lordly duties, that could benefit the house.
What happens to my lordship?
Hargrow goes, There's a shortage of bacon in the kitchen here recently, and I think we need to get more pigs. Yeah, definitely some more pigs." And with that, Sebastian just sighs. And we zoom in to a doorway. The same doorway that Sebastian sent this minor group through to take them into an entirely new realm. This group that Sebastian has called the One-Shots, he has named them, for they've got one shot to get everything right. And this doorway takes you into
one opportunity.
Not into another realm. See, it's not an entirely different realm. It's not the Feywild, it's not the Shadowfell. It's a pocket dimension that is set up to act as its own reality. These are pocket realities as they were. This one being
I didn't allow that.
Well, there's a lot of things that you probably won't allow that are still going to happen in this game. So,
In my pocket dimension.
be prepared for that. This pocket reality, also known as Tyrion, has a shop known as Dark Gifts. And within the Dark Gifts, a realm has opened up to the Shadowfell, a pocket to the realm of Shadowfell in its basement. And as we zoom in past the owner, one Winchester III, as he sits in his shop studying a book, just reading it. He's got specters that every once in a while hover around him because he's terribly a mysterious man. The camera pans down through the shop, down through the floor, into the basement, into a boiler room where we find the one-shots as each of you climb down the ladder into the lower level of said basement. And what you guys see down there is one singular room. You don't find yourself in a hallway full of many twists and turns. No, this is one singular room. The floor is a pretty rough stone floor that isn't worked, but it's not worked flat. It's not like polished stone per se. It's pretty rough to the touch. It feels kind of gritty, like you could sand wood with it. It's got moss growing on it, and it's pretty damp down here. However, you do feel a considerable amount of heat coming from somewhere. Just a few yards in front of you. Oh, we'll say probably about about 25 feet in front of you. Separating you from the area that you're standing in right now is a wall. Just one solid wall with a couple of jagged looking stone pillars that reach all the way up to the ceiling, and in between those two pillars is an iron gate. The wall is just tall enough that you cannot see over it, but you can see past the gate, because the gate is one of those iron gates, with the bars. You can see into there, and you can see that this stone flooring quickly becomes dirt, just bare terra in there. And the room itself is pretty lit up. It's got plenty of lighting going on in here with torches and braziers and things of that nature to help light everything up. And as you peer through the gate, you can see what looks like a statue of some sort, or maybe a couple of statues perhaps, but there seems to be some kind of swirling magic around them. And they don't sit side by side or one in front of the other. They're sitting catty corner from each other, absolutely diagonal from one another. You got the one that's closest to you, and then directly diagonal from them, like maybe just 5 feet away, sits another statue. Diagonal to the right, or to the right. Behind it, there is another statue, but you can barely make these statues out because it looks like there's some kind of swirling purple negative energy, just swirling around them, with some kind of symbol drawn on the ground underneath the two pieces of statue. And every once in a while, you'll just see like a pure black vein of energy shoot through the swirling purple magic. And that's where we find you guys this session. What do you all do?
Touch it.
Cannonball into the hole. I dive right in. I'm about to dive in. No, I climbed down the ladder.
Oh, you're already down the ladder. You guys are on the bottom floor right now.
Oh, right.
This
Yeah,
is what
you were saying the hallway. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
And
you
then
guys are just
for
in
some reason, I was like, we're just still standing up, looking down in there.
No, you're just
Okay.
in one singular room now. That's just, it's just one singular room. You've got a wall in front of you with two pillars and then a gate in between them. Now, the wall is just tall enough you can't see over the wall, but you can see through the gate, and that's pretty much what you can see in there.
Right. I guess we go see if the gate is locked? Question mark.
Is that what you want to do?
I mean, the way I'm thinking of it is that Eom gets to the bottom and he just keeps going, not thinking about whether or not anybody is. You know, he just assumes that they're coming with.
Might as well see if the fucking front door works first.
All right, so Eom and the two twins go walking up to the gate. What about Lucian and what's that?
Oh no, she was just talking in my ear while I was walking by. Sorry, I had my mic unmuted.
Oh, okay. So, what about Takashi and Lucian? And Agaragis, for that matter. Agaragis.
I'm gonna go down with them and see what's going on. Is there a stick or a rock?
Roll me a d4. If you get 1 or 4, you find a rock. If you get 3 or 2, there is no rock for you to pick up. Or 2 or 3, yeah. Actually, we'll say 1 and 3, there is no rock. 2 or 4, there is what we'll do. But yeah, roll me a d4. While he's doing that, what does Lucian and Agaragis want to do? Agaragis had to... Huh?
I was gonna say follow Lucian.
Right. You had to ratatouille him last session where you just kind of guided him where to
How I
go.
was moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're just gonna follow.
So, Takashi, you do not find a rock as you're walking up to the gate with everybody else. Who's gonna try the gate? Who's gonna be up front at the gate? Who's gonna be doing what? The gate is wide enough that 2 people could step through it side by side easily. Ooh, I'm gonna set up my timer.
Jeez. In that case, I guess Eom will go check it. Eom will volunteer his tribute.
Yeah. All right, Eom walks up there. Well, I know Eom was going up to the gate, and I know that the twins were following, and so was Takashi. I still don't know what Lucian and Agaragis are doing, but yeah. So I'll just say right now, as it stands, Lucian and Agaragis are probably standing at a distance from you guys. They're about 15 feet away from, we'll say, Takashi. We'll say that Takashi, well, I imagine that the twins will want to be side by side, so we'll say it like this. We'll say Lucian is standing about 15 feet away from the back row, which will be Takashi and the twins, with Eom standing out front, trying the gate. And Eom, as you get up to the gate, you can see perfectly through it now, like in all ways. For the most part. Let me put it to you like this. You could see well enough into there that you know without a shadow of a doubt what you're looking at. This is a small cemetery that this man has down here in his basement. There are cobwebbed covered tombstones with shallow graves. And what I mean by shallow graves is I mean that the graves have those humps on the ground, letting you know that somebody is buried there. Letting you know that there's bodies there. You know, most cemeteries dig like 6 feet under so they can make the ground as flat as possible. Well, not these. So, but it's not a very large cemetery. Like, it's all pretty visible. You're looking at probably from the gate, you're looking at 65 by 125 square foot room. This is all just one singular room. Stone walls to the north, east, and west. I mean, this is just this sub basement is just one giant room, and it is a cemetery. But as you're looking in there now you get a clearer picture of what you're looking at. You see this symbol on the ground with 2 statues within it. And it has to be this portal that Mr. Winchester was telling you guys about, that has opened up and is bleeding in the Shadowfell. And the statues themselves are glowing as if they're connected to some kind of magical ritual. And then it's just a cemetery around them with these graves. No mausoleums or anything like that. They're just all graves with shallow graves with their tombstones.
Are they? How many graves are there? Is it like countable, reasonably countable?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's reasonably countable. I would say there's probably 1, 2, 3. I'd say there's 16 of them. Yeah.
16?
16 graves. 16
Dang.
graves. And within these graves, within this area, you see that in certain parts of the cemetery, darkness seems to fall on them heavier than others. As if part of it isn't as easy to see as like the whole thing, you know? Even with all the lighting that you have here that is making it pretty easy to see down here, you still are struggling to peer into the shadows of certain areas in this room. There are four spots, to be exact, where the shadows seem to hang heaviest.
Eon's gonna kind of stop and look at everybody else, like turn around and look at everybody, and he's gonna be like, "You remember the dead guys with the big dicks? I think I'm gonna go through and dig up these graves and smash their heads in before we go up there. Does that sound reasonable?" Alright. He's just gonna turn around and go over there and start digging up the grave.
Why would you spoil the good part?
And smash their fucking heads in.
Is that Sir Solixel asking why he spoiled the good parts?
Yeah, Tyrion and Elixir both commented, but they're kind of like, they're not going to interfere, but they're kind of just crossing their arms, like, just sort of complaining the whole time.
Can I just wander around and see what's all there?
You all can step into the graveyard, yes. We'll start there with Eom going into the graveyard, correct?
Lucian would like to approach.
Yeah,
the
that's what Eon's gonna do.
Lucian would also like to approach these statues. Okay, so I'm going to say, Lucian, with how everybody's getting in there, I will give you the option to push past everyone so you can approach these statues first, if you'd like to.
Yeah, sure. Excuse me. Pardon me for the third.
So Lucian, naturally astounded by the magic, he pushes past you guys as you guys begin to walk in there. Now these two statues sit dead center of the graveyard with graves on either side of it. You know, these aren't in perfect rows either. This isn't like a perfectly rowed graveyard, so don't think of it like that. There is a disproportionate number of graves on one side than say on the other. But the two statues are like the centerpiece of this table, if you will. And so as everybody's getting in through the gate, Lucian steps past everyone to enter. Takashi's gonna start wandering around. The twins are going to are just stepping in at this point. But Lucian, as you approach this statue, roll me a will save. It says, oh no.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. So Lucian, you begin to oh yeah, Agargus, you're on his back, so I need you to roll me a will save as well.
Oh,
Oof.
Terrifying stuff that's happening.
Yeah, but watch, Agargus is gonna pull it out clutch and be like, well, this ain't bothering me. Ooh. Ooh. All right, so both Agargus and Lucian, you guys begin to feel, as you approach these two statues in the center of this room, of this cemetery, I guess you could say, this graveyard down here in this basement, which the fact that nobody's even thought to ask themselves, why does this guy have a graveyard in his basement? But
You know, after everything we saw them talking treasure chest, I don't.
this is the
It
least
doesn't bother me.
surprising thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
This doesn't even amaze me. But
No
yeah,
frame of reference.
yeah, but both Lucian and Agargus, you guys begin to feel increasingly
better.
well, sad. Better.
Sad.
Sad. Yeah. You feel like a deep-seated sorrow within yourself. It is known as the shadow sadness. The Shadowfell is famous for it. That much like the Feywild. Well, you know what? Unless you have a knowledge of the planes, Agargus or Lucian, I'm not gonna say much anything else. Just know that you feel this like deep-seated sorrow. Well, it's like it's enough to make you feel defeated. So you will take a -2 penalty on your attack and damage rolls.
No.
Got it.
But yeah, if you've got a knowledge of the planes, that's not gonna be good enough. 12 is not gonna be good enough.
You know what?
Yeah, so you just feel completely just why bother? You know, like it's just this deep-seated sadness. You know,
They call me Wyborn.
Artex, you're
Nice.
sinking. But yeah, so you begin to feel just defeated, and as you approach this thing and these statues with inside this cylinder shaped swirling mass of power, I guess you could say, you see something flicker with inside of it. Now this isn't a small symbol on the ground. I mean, the radius of this symbol, this circle, is 10 feet. You know, all the way around. And the statues sit within inside of it. You can see that as you approach it, and I won't even make you roll for this because you can see it pretty well. It's not like this it's not like the energy swirling around it is so thick you can't see into it. You see that the symbol on the ground, the statues are sitting on specific spots of this symbol. It's a giant circle that looks sort of like a compass in the middle, but it has two smaller circles within it that are sitting catty corner from each other, and each statue sits in each circle, and they are they have orbs. The statues look like these ghostly women who have orbs on their on their like pedestals, like on their feet or at their feet, and the orbs are glowing a bright energy, purple negative energy, that, you know, seems to be powering this this portal. And as you approach it and you begin to feel this disheartening feeling, you seem to see something move amidst the statues, as if it's tucked in between them in such a way that beforehand you couldn't see it clearly, but now it's like it's stepping out from behind the statues, then the gap behind the two statues. You can't quite make it out,
Stepping back.
but you can kind of see it. Lucian begins to...
Wait, no.
Huh?
No, actually, what I wanted to do is, can Lucian try pushing the statue?
You can try, yeah.
He ain't strong, but he...
Yeah, so, Lucian, as you step forward, you will have to step into the energy itself just to touch this one of the statues. You know this, right?
Not enough with that.
Okay. I thought I'd tell you that just in case you didn't, you know what I'm saying?
And Lucian is going to back away and have his whistle prepared.
So Lucian begins to back away. Why doesn't everybody else, Takashi, Sir Solitzel, and Aterion and Eom, why don't you guys all roll me a
No, don't want.
why don't you roll me a spot to see if you can tell that there was a sudden change in Lucian's demeanor as he approached this statue.
Yeah, that man just looked normal.
Can't believe they dug up the corpses.
Yeah. Okay, so none of you notice. None of you give a rat's ass.
You're welcome.
So,
What's funny is even if I did see it, I'd be like tragic and just keep going.
Tell me, is Eom going left or right to go and start trying to dig up these corpses?
Right. we'll say.
Right. Okay, so two eons right is one of those deeper areas of shadow.
Cool.
Yeah, it encapsulates. There are 3 tombstones like automatically to your right with shallow graves, but they seem to be drenched in deeper darkness as you go walking into it, just like Trula. I'll just put you at the nearest tombstone, nearest grave. Takashi, you said you wanted to go walking around. Is there any particular direction you want to go?
The opposite way of the tree man.
Oh, Takashi doesn't like Eom
Good.
anymore.
No, Eon made Takashi upset last time, so I'm just walking away.
So Takashi's gonna go have himself a sook? Is that it?
Yep.
Maybe
Sounds like Eon wins.
instead of Takashi worrying about getting himself a pet, he could become Eom's pet, and then they'd be best friends.
Nah, I'm a pass. Even though you tie a dog to a tree.
What about the twins? What are the twins doing?
Well,
Say what? If you're talking, I can't hear you, my doc.
Oh, sorry. No. What was happening? I spaced out for a minute.
I was just asking what they were doing. You watch Lucian go walking up towards the statue, but you don't take any note of the fact that him and Agargus just suddenly became like really depressed. You know, like Lucian's shoulders like kind of slouched. He looks, you know, just kind of, I don't know, sad, and Agargus looks pretty beaten down, and for Agargus that's kind of noticeable actually, just because Agargus doesn't ever seem to be bothered by anything. But you guys rolled to see if you noticed that. You didn't. And then you see Takashi go left, headed towards some graves. You see Eom go right, headed towards some graves, but he's headed to one of the more darker areas of this cemetery. You know, one of the areas that is bathed in deeper shadow. So I was just asking what the twins wanted to do.
Okay. It was Takashi that was heading to the darker area?
No, it was Eom.
Eon? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I think they'll follow Eon and cast Dancing Lights. Just kind of light that area up.
Okay. So you guys, and then Lucian, as everybody scatters, you take a few steps back towards the gate. We'll say you're probably about 15 feet away from the portal now. But that does nothing to relieve your sadness.
Okay. I just got the whistle ready.
Yeah, you're pulling out the whistle. Go ahead and roll me another will save. Get a 10 or higher. So you pull out the whistle and you're like getting ready, like if anything comes out, I'm gonna blow it and yada yada yada, and then you get to looking at it and you're like, and you throw it with the attitude of like, why bother? And you toss it to the side.
You ass.
I'm done. Yeah. I'm telling you, this is no good. What's happened to you and Agargus, this is no good. Oh. All right. So, Takashi, you're just kind of walking around and some like looking at some graves and stuff, you know. Like one of them just says Curly Bill on it. Shouldn't have cheated at cards. You know, I don't know. But you do notice probably.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But you do notice probably about 30 feet from where you're standing is an area of darkness here too that seems to encapsulate 3 of the graves. Eom, as you come walking over to start digging a grave, you notice dancing lights start popping off, and they go into this shadow, and they illuminate things just enough to where Aterion, Sir Slitzel, and Eom, before you even start messing with the grave in general, you discover another statue sitting there. It is a tall statue as well, and it is of another like spectral looking woman, you know, and at her feet on a pedestal of the statue structure and everything is an orb, and that orb is glowing as well.
That's kind of... I'm not sure what to do with this.
So there's a specter hovering over an orb?
No, it's a statue
Oh, it's
Okay.
a statue. I
It's
thought
a
you said specter for some reason.
of a spectral woman.
Oh,
like a s-
okay, I see.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, is there any like writing or like, symbolism that I indicate who it's of?
What kind of... There's so many of them that I'm never really sure. It's gonna be a knowledge check is what it's gonna be, but I'm not entirely sure what all the knowledges are. You could roll me a knowledge of Arcana if you have it.
Yeah, sure. I can do that. I'm not good at it, but I can do it.
All right. Well, that's enough though. That's enough. So, you get to checking out and there's nothing really in particularly special about the statue itself. It just looks like, somebody just carved a statue of a spectral woman, thinking, that's badass, But the orb itself actually looks like it wasn't originally a part of the statue. Like it's been placed,
Right.
it's been placed there, and it is a what you call I can't think of the name for it now, but we'll just call it a chaos stone. It is a chaos orb, basically. They have a specific name. I just can't remember what they're actually called right now. It's escaping me, so we're just gonna go with chaos orb. But it's a chaos orb, and because you got your knowledge, you passed your knowledge of Arcana, you know that chaos orbs can often be used to merge realities with one another.
Oh.
Or like realms. Yeah. They can be used to merge
Do you have any
realms.
semblance like how this works, or is this more like I know people can do it, but it's beyond me?
Well, wizards are known to F around and find out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wizards especially, high powered sorcerers might be able to figure it out. Scholars, like the one that's hired you guys, who might be messing with things that might be beyond them, that might get out of their control, might also learn how to figure things out like this, especially if they have any kind of arcane knowledge and ability, might also be able to do such things. But yes, this is an active chaos stone that is powering whatever is going on down here in this cemetery. Or seems to be a part of it.
Is it something like we can take with us, or is it like very much a fixed thing?
Roll me another knowledge of Arcana. Actually, roll me a spellcraft.
Okay. Well,
Based upon that, that fooling around with an active chaos stone can oftentimes be pretty touch and go. It is probably better to power it down somehow first, or just destroy it. If you want to try and grab it while it's active, you will have to roll a use magic device. If you don't have use magic device as a skill, roll the corresponding ability attribute.
Right. Yeah, I probably wouldn't try to fucking take it then, but to be clear, I could try to harness it, or I couldn't. Like just at the moment.
Just harness the energy?
Yeah, like could I use it for anything? Immediately?
No, it's pretty much doing what it's doing. You know what I mean? Again, they are typically used for merging realms. They're kind of like they're kind of like miniature batteries, if you will, or like batteries. They.
And I guess the only other thing is, can I tell what realm this is sort of active for?
The Well, yeah, I'll give it to you because you rolled that knowledge of Arcana earlier. You're pretty sure this is at least part of, if not what is opening, helping that portal that's bleeding the Shadowfell into this basement.
Yeah.
If you want anything more, you're gonna have to roll another knowledge of Arcana to discern.
Beautiful as it is. Yeah, I think we should probably close it. That's what our job is. But yeah, so I will relate this. So it's I think it's just a so it says to Eon that yes, it's a stone of some sort used for merging realms together. And I forget the details and the names. Been a long while since I read up on this, but this might be one of the sources of our problem.
Eon's gonna kind of be like, so you want me to smash it?
Would smashing it work?
You asking me?
Yep.
You're allowed to play as much D&D as you like.
Okay, but can I estimate if this is gonna like nuke the local populace or not nuke the local populace?
I will say this: if you want anything more, you're gonna have to roll another knowledge of Arcana and at least get.
Okay, we'll try. We'll
Get
try.
yeah. You're gonna have to get another good roll like you got just now. So
Meh.
you're not sure. You're like,
Alright, so
"We
I'm not
could
sure how I can
smash
shut
it,
down.
Maybe.
Yeah. I was never really the academic. And Zarian says, yes, me neither. But we can try that. I've not a more delicate means, unfortunately. And Cecilix just sort of nods in agreement.
So while Sir Solixel and Eom are kind of debating this, Eom, I need you to roll me a spot.
A spot.
A spot.
I don't see shit. I never did.
No, you were just engrossed
I'm
in their
legally blind.
conversation and you're not paying
What's
attention
going on?
at all. So, good deal. I'm gonna roll something real quick, and then we're gonna
I
check
am
in.
legally blind.
We're going to check in with Takashi and Lucian and them.
Lucian's still sad.
Ooh. Okay. So, Takashi, you've noticed that this area, it like to the bottom left corner, you know, like where the wall is in the cemetery, right? The dividing wall from like where you guys entered to the inside of this cemetery right now. You are on the left-hand side looking at the bottom grouping, if you will, tombstones. On the very lower corner, left-hand corner of that, I guess it'd be the southwest corner of this wall, 3 of them tombstones are buried in deeper darkness. You know, you can kind of make out the fact that there's graves there, but not much else as you're inspecting these tombstones. What do you want to do?
So I see that it's dark.
Yeah, I mean, it's not pitch black. It's just like a weird, it is like a weird darkness, but it's not pitch black because, again, you can make out some detail in there. You know, you can see that, you know, it's ground, you know, bare terrain, no like cobblestone or anything. You can see that there's three tombstones over there with shallow graves, but for whatever reason, it just seems like it's darker there than normal. Even with like the torches on the wall and stuff like that, it just seems to be bathed in some kind of unnatural shadow.
I guess I'll slowly approach it, see what's up about it.
So you're gonna slowly approach it?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything you want to roll for that?
And anything I can roll for that?
Well, are you just slowly approaching it? You're not really like trying to move silently, right? You're just kind of.
Yeah, I guess. Go.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I was just asking. Like, when you say slowly approach it, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you. Can
I'm just
slowly
carefully.
approach
I'm
it.
just carefully going towards it, just seeing what's up about it.
Okay, so you make it about a little ways into this unnatural shadow, and about 15 feet in front of you, a statue suddenly comes into view. And it's like what Eom and them saw. It's just a statue, a stone statue of a spectral looking woman with on that statue at her feet, like on the pedestal of the statue where she's like standing, you know what I mean? Like, these statues are built on like bases, you know? And so sitting there at her feet on this base is a orb, a glowing orb of purple energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you make it about 15 feet within inside this darkness, and well, you make it a few steps within this unnatural darkness, and then about 15 feet in front of you, you can see one of these statues.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything of interest on the statue?
There's a glowing orb at her feet that seems to be
Glowing
glowing.
orb.
Yeah, that seems to be glowing like negative purple energy. It's just.
So no. What happens if I walk closer towards it?
I don't know. Find out.
I don't know. I'm about to find out.
As you approach it, you make it about 5 feet away from it. I'm gonna need you to roll me a spot check.
A spot? Oh
Mhm.
god. I hope you know I ain't seeing shit, Kevin. Like I said. Did
He
I
goes-
see anything, Kevin?
He goes, a spot? No, you don't. So you go
Fine.
to approach this orb. Yeah. Lucian and Agaragis. So you guys are just kind of sitting there, you know, you're still just at the gate, maybe debating between each other, maybe just by yourselves, of like, what's even the point of even trying to walk into this cemetery, you know?
What's going on?
Yeah, what is this? Yeah, exactly. But while you're standing there, I want to get you both to roll me another spot check.
I'm sorry, what check?
Spot.
Spot?
C.
Speak English.
I can't see.
Lucian can't. But Agaragis,
I just don't care enough.
yeah, Lucian just does not care. He's just like, thanks for noticing me. Yeah, he's tossed the flute. He's just kind of feeling bad about it all. You're kind of feeling the same way. And then you just happen to look at the two statues in the center of the cemetery again, sitting inside the swirling cylinder of energy, when you see something move again in between these statues. Only now you make it out just a little bit better. And to you, it looks like a floating dress that is on fire. Like a cloak that, not even a dress, but like a tattered cloak that is on fire. first you couldn't see it because the energy swirling around kind of hid the flame, but no, that's definitely like what looks like a cloak that is just floating in between these statues that looks like it's on fire.
Oh. Should I, like, who's close? Well, I guess.
Lucian would be, yeah. Lucian.
He's like, did you see that? But it's like somber because he's like, you know, still in a mood.
Why you always in a mood?
See what? Why should I care? What's the point?
Kiss is like, right, but it scared me. There's like something with the dress, and I think it was on fire. Maybe not even a dress, maybe a cloak.
It doesn't change how much I care right now.
He goes, oh yeah, you're right. Do you think I should tell anyone else?
I don't care.
He goes, yeah, me neither.
Ah, yes. Yes. Brilliant. Okay, so Eterion and Sir Solixel, why don't you guys roll a listen?
Because it's usually something bad.
Usually.
Yeah, okay, cool. Nope, well, we weren't listening.
Okay. So, while you guys are debating on what to do about this orb or whatever, you know what I mean? Itarian, and this is just, you know, just completely at random, you know, that's why I had you guys roll it. Itarian, you're suddenly like you're focusing on, you guys are debating about this orb, you two and Eon, and you don't even notice a Shadowfell ghoul, and you guys have seen these before, like you know what they look like. They're these their skin is like pure black. Their skin is like pure blackish gray, and it looks completely stretched over their body as if it's like almost like a very thin skin on its skeleton, you know, and they have no lips, only like, because it's so peeled, their lips are so peeled back and dry that all you can see is their teeth, and they have those maniacal grins on their face, and their eyes are so sunken back beyond their ridge brow that you can't even see them. They just look like hollow, you know, and they have no noses. And you guys are so engaged in the conversation that you're having that you don't even notice one of them come sneaking up from around a grave, and it just lunges at you for a sneak attack.
Sheesh. What our current AC?
Don't know. I don't know what your current
Damn.
AC is.
That's not good.
Let's see. What is its attack? That's what I'm trying to look at. Oh, okay. Does 16 hit?
Oh, no.
It misses?
Yeah.
Well, it was a sneak attack. So it caught you.
Does dexterity bonus count towards sneak attack AC?
You would be looking at your AC on your character sheet, like you got at the very bottom where it says AC, you got touch and flat-footed. You're going to be looking at
flat-footed, okay,
flat-footed. Yeah, it caught you flat-footed, technically.
Alright, give me a sec. If I remove all fancy things, dodge wouldn't apply. I don't have the spell cost. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it does hit.
It does? Okay.
So what is flat? Yeah, it mustn't apply dexterity bonus. That's
Oh, I see. All right. He does 7 damage on you, and I am going to need you to roll. Well, hold on.
who got hit. Sorry.
Atarian.
Got you.
Let me jump up in this book real quick and tell you what I need you to roll. Come on, hurry up. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. Open up. Oh, it's because I'm looking up the wrong thing. Okay. Spelt with a GH. Duh. You know that. Roll me a fortitude save.
Ooh.
It says, ooh. It says, oh no.
11.
I don't think that's good enough. Nope. Your DC is 15. So... you are going to be paralyzed for 2 rounds. So it comes out from around the corner of a gravestone and just bites you right on the back of your calf. And you just instantly just feel your whole body like just tense up and freeze. But it does alert Sir Solixel and Eon to your plight. Takashi, you're looking this statue over, and you don't notice one of these ghouls come around a gravestone and attack you for a surprise attack.
I don't know what you're talking about. I would have known that. That's well, not true. Fibbing, that's what we call that.
Does 15 hit you flat-footed?
No, it does not. Flat-footed?
Yeah.
It does not.
It does. You sure you looking at the right thing?
Yes.
What
You're
is
one away from hitting me.
Are you serious?
Yes. It's 16.
God
What
dang. Huh?
Ah. I love it.
What a freaking beast. So, Takashi, even though this thing comes around and catches you flat-footed and tries to bite you, you hear it crack a branch or something on the ground, and you spin around just in time to see it lunge at you. And you take out your sword and swing at it, and it bounces backwards, evading your strike. And just looks at you like with its maniacal grin on its face. It's with its tongue and stuff at you.
One more time for the ones in the back.
So
Okay.
no, none of that. So yeah, so that is yeah, so you guys are now all currently engaged in combat except Lucian and Agaragis. What is your combined well, I know you guys are gonna, so you guys get to move first. Itarian, you are paralyzed though. So Eom, Sir Solixel, Itarian, and Takashi, you guys are in a fight. You guys get to move first. I'm starting your timer now.
I want to slap it. He's close to me already, right? Like I don't have a reason to move, correct?
Nope. You don't.
Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna slap it at its jaw.
Okay, so on your attack move you can. Sir Solixel and Eon, you guys get to move.
Okay, so he's a little bit away from me, since he's right over there by Itarian.
Yeah, I'd say he is sitting exactly 10 feet away from you. And honestly, Sir Solixel, you were standing right next to Itarian, so like you're like pretty much you're engaged. If you try to move away from him, he will get an attack of opportunity on you.
Got you.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna move up on him.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so you had to move about 15 feet to go around Sir Solixel and engage him.
I think Sir Solixel's eyes kind of flicker to Itarian as they sort of like presumably fall over if they're sort of paralyzed, and then like back to the creature, and they just sort of smile and say, "You cheeky fucker," and then like lunge at them immediately.
All right, yeah, we could. The ghouls have no reason to move, so we can just move straight into the attack phase. So whoever wants to go first can. Who's going to attack?
I'll attack.
All right.
Firstly, oh right, okay. Alright, I'm going to like just the usual thing. It sounds like moving around it. No, like without leaving engagement range. Just kind of, yeah, but yeah, just the sort of typical thing of like just dancing kind of around it as they strike, like they're sort of just in like a dodging kind of like weave of movement. They don't fight still. That's just because I have a class feature that I need to move a certain distance, so I get low AC. And then yeah, fuck him. We'll just slash at him.
Okay.
Like, if the others make it, could I be flanking?
So,
Could you feasibly move to the other side of him, opposite of Eom, so that we're like pinning him?
Yeah.
yeah, you could. Yeah, because I mean, even though you have to move, you'd be getting out of his attack range, but Eom engaging him cancels out his attack of opportunity. He could choose to attack you if he wanted to and just suffer the attack of opportunity from Eom, but he's not going to do that.
There's not room to move within range.
No, you're there now. You can be there easy. If
Okay.
you,
Well, I'll move around behind them.
Yeah, you'd have to move around Eon. You can't move around Itarian because he's paralyzed, so Itarian can't cancel it out. You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
you'd have to be kind of using Eom as your shield in order to do this. You see what I'm saying?
What's
And again, he could choose to just do the attack of opportunity and blah blah blah, but he's not going to do that. He's, you know, he's engaged in multiple enemies. He's, you know, yeah.
we'll keep it
He's not
simple
that
then.
bright of an enemy. You know what I'm saying? Trading hits. Nor does he have the HP to do that. Some enemies will know that they can take a chance and possibly smack you before, but not one like him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
that's a hit. With him flanked,
Cool.
-2 to his AC, yeah, that is a solid hit. That would have been a hit even without the -2, but definitely without.
Gotcha. What's the actual base? Yeah, cool. Then damage.
Oh. That's a solid whack. So you dance around Eom, you know, just
Slice.
yeah, and then manage to flank up behind him and just freaking boom, slice him. Chop into his back, and you hear his bones crunch against your blade. When you slice into his skin, it's not like slicing away like whole chunks of meat either. It just parts like you're shredding paper, real thin paper, and it just exposes like this disgusting, diseased. What meat is left on his bones beneath his skin is all diseased and gross looking, almost like dirty cobwebs. And you just get to his bone real easily, and you hear a crunch, but he is not dead.
Finally, I was getting bored.
Eon is going to flurry of blows. I'm gonna give him 2 d20s.
All right. That's a miss.
Oh, fucking even worse.
And that's a miss. Yep.
Never mind. Eon doesn't do shit.
Even with him flanked and his AC as low as it is, you're gonna have to hit double digits, at least. Yeah, so Eom, you go in trying to like box him down, and he just starts like bouncing around you, like nope. So that just leaves you, Takashi.
Yippee! Alright, what am I doing? Smacking him?
Yep.
Where's the melee, right?
Yep.
Alright, does a 17 hit?
It does. It does.
Nice. And let me go to my weapon. Do I roll for full attack, right? Single or full? What's
You would just roll, let's see, for damage.
damage? Yeah, it's the damage. Roll.
Yeah, you would roll damage roll. Yeah.
14. Yes, sir.
Oh, pretty freaking good. Oh, shoot. All
What,
right.
is he dead?
Yeah, he's at -1.
Nice.
What's that look like?
And
Takashi
the signature beheading. Is there a way I could kick it towards Eom again? How can I behead it?
Roll me a D100. If you get 50 or higher, I will say yes, you managed to kick that head, and somehow it manages to float over to where Eom is.
You said, what I need to get there? 50 or lower?
50 or higher.
50
Because
or
you are
higher?
literally trying to.
I rolled a 0!
No, you rolled a D. You rolled a D00.
0, nice!
You rolled a D00.
You left up a 1.
Try this again. I don't do jack shit. It gets
No.
close.
You were trying to punt it. You were trying to punt it at least 60 feet over to
Oh,
Eon,
God.
and you, yeah. So you
And instead, you broke a toe like your Aragorn.
yeah. I was just thinking that. Yeah, you when that thing is just looking at you, you in a very samurai way, you just quick draw your sword real fast and just swipe out, behead him, and then you kick the head. But yeah, it stubs your toe and you're like, oh dang it, and it just rolls like maybe 10-20 feet away from you. It doesn't even like bounce into the air either, it just rolls. You're like, ooh, that's smarts. No, never mind. Yeah, you stubbed your toe on that thing's head and it just crumbles to the ground dead. Alright, now this is this one ghoul's turn to attack, and he's going to bite at Sir Solixel for being the one to have actually hit him. He's going to bite at her. Does 27 hit?
Damn.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Damn, son.
I promise you, he rolled really high. He didn't get a crit, but yeah.
That's fucked up.
But he hit. Alright, so Sir Solixel, I need you to roll me a fortitude save as well. DC is 15. And he does only 3 points of damage off. Give me half a second. Yeah, you need to roll a fortitude, Sir Solixel.
Damn. They going through it over yonder.
DC is 15. Hello? You there?
Sorry, was it me taking damage?
You doing what?
Oh, is it me taking
Yeah,
damage?
yeah, you took 3
Okay,
points.
sorry, because I thought you kind of jumped between them. Just 3 points? Alright, cool.
Mm-hmm. 3 points, but I need you to roll a fortitude.
Yeah,
You gotta get 15
so I
or
thought we
higher.
jumped between characters. Damn. Alright, we're paralyzed.
Oh, no, you're not paralyzed.
Oh, okay.
You're actually dead.
You feel, yeah, you feel pretty sick. You begin to feel pretty like, ugh, like you're suddenly coming down with like a fever. And let's see. I don't know how you would have had to roll this with a regular die, but you take, oh my gosh, you take 3 points of damage to your constitution.
Oh.
And you take Oh my gosh, 3 points of damage to your dexterity. And you
Yeah, it
you
must have been
feel
temporary.
you feel extremely ill. Like extremely ill. No, it's not temporary.
Dang,
Oh.
It's-
Well, no, but I'm putting him in a temporary slot, but yeah.
yeah, put it
Okay.
yeah, go ahead and put it in your temp slot. Yeah, but it in of itself it is not necessarily temporary, no.
Oh, great.
Because you are increasingly feeling ill from that bite.
Yeah, it kind of suppresses the urge to like throw up. Jesus, are you fuckers made to remove all joy from everything?
Yeah, like, you're sweating. You like to vomit. Yeah, you're feeling pretty bad. Feeling pretty bad right now.
That's the point.
Yep.
26.
Yeah. Straight up rolled a 27 on that. 27 to hit. I can show you the roll, but I'll show you after the.
It's quite fine.
Yeah. So that brings us to another round. Icterion, you're still stunned, paralyzed. But it's this thing's turn to go first this time. It's not gonna bother to move. So if you guys want to move, you can. Takashi, you are no longer engaged in battle, so you don't worry about moving just yet. The only two who need to move is Eom and Sir Solixel. However, I will give the option to Lucian and Agargus and Eom and Takashi. If you guys want to like move over, I will let you take a turn right now to move your movement speed to check on the other three if you want.
Can I do that if you don't mind?
Yeah. What is your speed?
I think a 30.
30? Okay, so you won't make it there just yet.
Yeah, let me check for it real quick. I really don't know. Speed. Yeah, 30.
30? Yeah. Yeah, so you won't make it there just yet, but you're making your way there. Lucian and Agargus, you guys are only like 15 feet away from where this fight's actually taking place. If you want to move over there.
You know they don't give a shit.
No, they sure don't. They're over
Do we
there.
have an option to roll another will save?
I will give you that option here in a minute. Here in a minute. You will, in fact, you know what?
That's just sad.
You know what? Actually, you know what? I'll give you that option right now since everybody's engaged in battle and everything, and it is just the movement round. Go ahead and try and roll another will save. DC is 15.
Oh, I ain't thinking this shit.
You might. I rolled a 27 just now.
I got a 2.
Nope.
My will is a 2.
Agargus, you snap out of it. you're
Man, it
Lucian,
feels good to be a gangster.
yeah, Lucian, you're still just sitting there like, man, I rolled a 2.
I actually rolled an 11, but my total will is 2.
I threw the whistle, I rolled a 2. Agargus is talking
What's the
about...
fucking point?
Yeah. Agargus, you are focusing so much on that cloak that was on fire. You just kind of snap out of it. You realize, wait, what am I doing? Why am I, why do I feel so pissy right now? Like, no, I'm fine. So what would you like to do?
Can I try to like get Lucian to snap out of it?
You sure can. Go ahead and roll a diplomacy. Do you have diplomacy as a skill?
Let me see. I do.
You do? Go ahead and roll a diplomacy. Don't forget, you still have your luck die, too, that you can re-roll if you don't like your roll. Which applies to everything but your sanity.
Is that good or should I reroll?
Ugh. No, I'm gonna say, well, what did he roll? He rolled an 11 on his will. Yeah, you're just 1 point below. We're gonna base it against what his will save was. So you can re-roll if you want. You can try a luck roll. You just gotta get higher than 11. 11 or higher is what we'll base it upon. Since he rolled an 11 on his will, that'll be the base. Oh, dang. Yeah. All right, so take away 1 luck roll for the day. And yeah, what do you, aw, what do you, no freebies. What do you say to him to snap him out of it?
What's that one song by Fleetwood Mac about like
Dreams?
tomorrow? No,
Oh, okay.
the tomorrow one. You know,
Don't
like the anti.
stop
Yeah.
thinking about
Thinking about tomorrow.
Lucian's eyes light up. Oh my god, you're so right.
So Lucy, you're no longer depressed now. After Agaragus's serenade. So, yeah, the song is called Don't Stop. I think is what the song is called, is Don't Stop.
It's a great anti-suicide song.
Yeah, if you wake up, here's the lyrics. If you wake up and you don't want to smile, if it takes just a little while, open your eyes and look at the day. You'll see things in a different way. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. That's like just the first, I got the lyrics right here. I could do the whole thing, but I'm not going to. But yeah. So I just imagine that's you at least delivered that first line of lyrics with the chorus in there. And somehow Agaragus is now a bard as well.
Jack of all trades at this point.
Yeah, and just snaps you right out of it, Lucian. So I will allow you guys to move now if you want.
First, I'm looking for that damn whistle that I decided to throw to the side like a dumbass.
Oh, okay. I'll let you do that next round. Okay?
Alright. Is this an attacker? Or
Huh? No,
is this
no.
photogram? Right.
Yeah, no. You done. So
Okay.
it is.
Fuck myself.
Well, because you'd have to roll a spot, see if you can find it, and then maybe a search, and yada yada yada. So, and we can do that after this round of attacks, because I believe it is Eom and Sir Solixel's turn to do what they're gonna do. Nobody's moving, I assume. Everybody's just gonna attack, right?
Yeah. I mean, just looks like to keep moving, but they're moving around them. So yeah, just attacking effectively, mechanically.
Yeah. Well, go ahead and
yeah.
Okay, go ahead and I'm just gonna say Sir Solixel just like steps to the side.
You know what? They're actually gonna move out of range, I think.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, hang on. Is it just it's just the one we see for the moment?
It's just the one enemy. Yeah.
Alright, yeah, never mind. We'll just attack.
Okay.
Ooh. Does that hit even?
No.
Damn. Yeah, it sort of goes to swing at it, and then like fucking has to like redirect the attack and like turn to nearly like prevent fucking throwing up, and like just doesn't want to be near it while she's like
Right.
having a fucking sickness attack.
Dang. Yeah, I just said since you have to move, I just made you go 5, 10, so you could keep them flanked. You know what I mean? So you wouldn't actually get them out of flank. I just kind of like imagine you just like taking a step to the side and then bouncing right back to the same position and then attacking. You know what I mean? That way you don't lose your guys' advantage of the flank. Eon. It's all you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chill and attack.
All right.
So am I good to attack?
Oh yeah, you can attack.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Just double checking. Just double checking.
Oh.
I couldn't tell if we were still just in move phase or like what.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, you guys are done with the movement. Yeah, because it's not gonna move. You guys aren't gonna move, so we're going into attack. It will attack because it got to go first. So it, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So here's a clarification question. After a flurry of blows, does my regular base attack just become a d20 also? Like for the one round after?
I don't
double
think,
check.
I don't think so.
Let me double check what it actually says.
Does it say
Because I
that?
thought there was something like that where it was like after using your flurry of blows for one round, you know.
Nobody ever did that to me.
Okay, well, in that case.
It was just flurry of
I'm
blows.
just gonna roll an attack.
Yeah, I was gonna say just in the beginning, flurry of blows was just hard to pull off. You know what I mean? But nobody ever said, "Well, now you can't use." You know, get wrecked. Kid.
Now you said.
Yeah. Ooh, but that is a miss also.
Damn it.
Wow, this one ghoul is giving you guys a hard time, isn't he? Mm-hmm. Remember, if you have hero dice, it doesn't hurt to spend them now.
Oh no.
No way. Well, it is the movement phase, and oh no, he gets to attack now, doesn't he? Yep. No, he already attacked, and yeah, all that. Yeah, so it is, yeah, so it's your guys' turn now. So nobody's moving, I'm assuming. Well, Takashi is, right? Takashi, you're still walking towards them, correct?
Yep.
Yep. So you will make it there, and basically you come walking up and you see them struggling to fight this ghoul. So I'm not gonna make you walk the full 30 just yet. I'm gonna leave you like 10 feet away so you can see what's all going on, right? You see them struggling to fight this ghoul. You see Eom swinging at it. You see Sir Solixel like swinging at it, but she looks ill. Like her skin is beginning to turn like an ashy gray. Itarion you can see, and he looks frozen. Like he's just stuck in time or something. You know?
Man.
Yeah. And you see Eom just swinging for the fences at this thing, and this thing is just dodging around him, you know? you want to get into an attack range of it?
Yes, let me show him how it's done.
All right, so you come walking up. So you guys have this thing surrounded on all sides. Now, Sir Solixel, you're gonna have to like. It'll be fine though. You won't be taking a chance of attack of opportunity if you just take a step back and then step forward to keep that flank going. You know what I mean?
Sure thing, yeah.
For your movement. But yeah, now you guys just have them circled on all four sides. The only person who I know wants to move right now is Lucian, so he can find that whistle. Lucian, roll me a spot check. Actually, you know what? You know what direction you threw that whistle, so I'm not even going to have you do that. You threw it probably about 15 feet away from you to your left, so we'll just move you 15 feet over, since I know that's where you're wanting to go, right? Okay, so we'll move you, you know, you'll basically be like just following alongside the wall about 15 feet, because you're still at the gate, right? And then roll me a search is what you're gonna have to roll. Oh, nice. Yeah, so you go walking over there about 15 feet, looking around, kicking at the dirt and the leaves on the ground and stuff. Where the leaves came from, you have no idea. And because there's no trees down here, but there's leaves. They're all dead, but there's leaves. And you just go kicking them around and everything, and then you see the whistle, and you're just like, Eureka, you know? And there's the whistle. Woo-hoo, give a little whistle. Yeah. So you're the only one besides Takashi walking up and getting into the fight. Eom and everybody else is gonna stay engaged in this fight, right?
That stay where
I mean, yeah.
the other zombie.
No, Takashi killed that thing, so you can, but there is that deeper shadow that you can see, probably, it probably starts about 20 feet in front of you. You can see this deeper shadow suddenly start, like, it's formed over, like, 3 of the graves, like, a little group of graves in this lower left-hand corner here, that you can go investigate if you want. You don't really know that they're in a fight over there because they're technically kind of in that shadow itself, and it's kind of obscuring your vision, so you don't really know that there's a fight going on over there. Plus, you were, you know, really depressed, so any sounds of fighting you were just ignoring anyways, and then once you came out of it, you and Agaricus went and found the whistle. You're still not really paying attention to what anybody's over there is doing. So it's really up to you. If you want to go walking over there, you can. At least that extra 20 feet just to see what's inside that shadow. Okay, so you walk about 20 feet to the edge of that shadow, and you see the same thing Takashi saw. You see a stone statue of a spectral woman standing on a pedestal, and at her feet is a glowing orb. Just glowing with like this faint purple like energy. Just it's like almost pink, but not quite.
Okay. I blow the whistle.
Well, hold on. Yeah. let's see. Nobody's moving. It's your guys' turn. Eom and Sir Selixel and all you guys are gonna stay engaged. So, it's the attack. You guys go ahead and just attack this thing because I'm assuming that's what you want to do.
Yep.
And Itarian is still. He'll be coming out of it next round if I'm not mistaken. I think he was only stunned for like 3 rounds.
All right.
Yeah.
There's a 25 hit per chance.
25 does. A 25 definitely does.
Oh, what? Oh, cool. And 20?
Yeah, hit him for 20. Yeah. Takashi's not very good with like skill checks and things like that, but he's decent in a scrap. He's always on the verge of he's always on the verge of death, and he's
I'm fucking shit up while I'm dying.
yeah. So he died. He's dead. You killed him, Takashi. You come walking up. You see this fight happening, so you just walk over and kill him. What's that look like?
I just walk over and I just again with one fell swoop chop it up, and then I just look disappointed that it was that easy, and I bow and walk away.
All right. So we'll say Atarian's coming out of his paralysis now, and because of their unique relationship, because of Atarian's unique relationship with Sir Selixel,
Yeah.
he knows something is extremely wrong with her. Like, this is not good.
Yeah.
This is not going to go away. It is only going to progressively get worse.
Yikes.
Do what?
Can he act this round then?
Go ahead and roll me a sense motive.
Okay.
Just roll me a sense motive to see if he can kind of determine, not exactly what's wrong with her, but just something. I'll tell you if you hit a 15 or higher on a sense motive. No, we'll say 10. We'll say 10 because they're pretty close to one another, so we'll just say 10.
Right. Let's see.
Well, dang, 15 would have done it though. I'm like 15 or higher. Well, no, we'll make it 10. We'll make it a little easier because they're so in touch with one another. He doesn't know for sure what's wrong with her, but he knows she's contracted some kind of disease, and that if he doesn't get her well within the next 24 hours, her ass is gonna die.
Right.
And with that knowledge, I need him, just him this time, to roll me a sanity. So you might, because I know of the way it works with them, you might just make a side note. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because this is going to affect him, like,
Yeah.
personally, this knowledge.
Never use an exclamation mark instead of slash. This is not Discord. And we have to roll under. Yeah. That fails.
What is your total sanity?
19.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that fails.
That didn't have much to begin with.
Yeah, these. Okay, so you know what your options are, right? I'll say this is.
It's not worth gambling with 19. I'm just gonna take it.
Take it. All right. This is a horrific situation for him, so roll a d12.
D12.
Yeah, he can't think. Honestly, he can't think of a worser thing that would happen to him right now.
Yeah.
Holy!
Yeah.
So he's got 9 sanity right now.
Yep.
Yeah, he's freaking out. He is freaking out. Just to let me check something, because 19 minus 10 is what, 9, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, so he's exactly, if you take away the 0.5, he's exactly at half his sanity. You know what I'm saying? So he's developed a tick. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And considering the situation, his sister's dying, you know what that means to him. You know what I'm saying? What does this look like? You know what I'm saying? What would this do to him mentally right now? You know, he's not full blown just lost it, but he's developed like a, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's really hard to say since the scenario isn't that outside of like what I could usually accept. It's just a bit weirder. I might need to think on that for a moment.
Okay, go ahead and think about that because you know what it means to lose her. You know what I'm saying? And he's looking at that. He's looking at that possibility right now. You know what I'm saying? And in this instance, that becomes a personal thing. You know?
Sure.
So think about it like that.
Yeah.
Lucian, you blow on the whistle. Who do you call up? All right, so you go blowing on that whistle, and you call up Shelly, who is a revenant, but she's not like a zombified, nasty, ugly-looking revenant like that people have come to know or associate with revenants like that. She's, you know, she's more spectral. She looks like a almost like a ghostly woman who is who's got this like bluish gray skin, and her hair flows like steel, like blue steel, you know what I mean? And every once in a while her skin just looks completely translucent. You know, she's not like zombified. She doesn't look, or maybe she does look like she did when she died. Who knows? But she is an undead for sure. And she appears before you and Agaragis, and she's just like, "Oh, you called? Is there trouble?"
There's going to point to the statue. At the work.
She follows your finger as you point to the statue and the orb, and she looks and she goes, oh dear. I suppose they have gotten control of the orbs. That explains why the portal stayed open. Huh, I was wondering about that. She says, good find. What exactly can I do for you?
Close portal? How do we do this?
She says, oh, of course. I guess Howard didn't tell you, did he?
No.
You would think he'd give you more information than that.
Yeah, and I'll shoot him out later for it.
She says, well, he's a secretive man. Says, well, she says, there's probably 4 of them somewhere located in this cemetery, and you're gonna have to shut them down if you wanna. And she motions to the giant portal in the center of the cemetery that she can't miss, and she says, if you want to close that, or at least get in there to shut it down for good. She says those 2 statues in there are acting like it's conduit. That was originally what he used to open the portal with, but apparently they came through and put and took control of the chaos orbs. So, she's like, but I wouldn't imagine that some zombies and some ghouls would be intelligent enough to do that. She says, I mean, the Malagurum might, but he and the Sharn are just a byproduct of things that just came through the portal. They're not really worried about keeping it open. She says, no. You have something else in here that's going to be intelligent enough to know what to do with those. So you might want to be careful.
Is that my 4 orbs?
She says, yes, there's probably 4 of them.
Okay. How do you shut the orb down?
She says, oh, you don't know?
If I knew, I wouldn't be asking you, now would I?
She says, oh, well, you just got to know the right ritual and be prepared when you touch it. You've got to touch it with pure intent. It is a chaos orb, after all. It's liable to knock you on your patootie if you're not.
Cool. Great. Love that.
She says, yes, well, if there's nothing else, I've still got to track that thing down and stop it. So, good luck to you. And just remember, when you put your hands on it, come with all the intent that you possibly can. You've got to control it. Don't let it control you.
Okay. Thanks.
She says, good luck, dear. And slowly phases out and vanishes.
Did anybody get that?
The only one who would have gotten that was Agaragis. The others are like at least 30 feet away from you, doing their own thing over there.
Okay. Agaragis, do you remember all that?
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess we should start with this with the group.
You're doing what?
It's kind of, we're walking to the group to fill him in.
Oh, okay. So as you approach, you see a Tarion there with Sir Salixel. They're clearly having a moment. A Tarion looks panicked. Sir Salixel is looking extremely ill. And what is actually Takashi and Eon doing right now?
Based on the previous conversation that he was having with Hyterion and Ser Salixel, he is probably going to be approaching the orb to smash it. Like, he's going to be on his way over there,
Okay.
He's just kind of like, well, they didn't tell me no.
I'm gonna poke it. What is Takashi doing?
I'm just gonna watch this unfold.
Nice. Oh, so we'll just say Takashi moves with you to watch. So, Lucian, you come walking up, you see all that going on, and you see Eon walking over to that orb, kind of pounding his fist, getting ready to just coal cock it.
Yeah, Lucian's like, nope, stop!
He's talking to Eom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Eom's just gonna kind of stop and look over, like, what?
We don't,
He's just got a fucked up look on his face, like, why not?
just don't smash. We have to shut him down. different weight. All you gotta do is touch it and have pure intent on what you want it to do. Plus, there's 4 of them. We need to locate all 4.
By my reckoning, I was going to touch it with pure intent.
With the aggressive force, it looked like.
He just kind of like rolls his eyes with his entire body, like, you know, he rolls his shoulders up into it. He turns slumped open, you know, slumped over, and kind of like walks away. It's like, whatever.
I'll let you pick the next thing.
That's fine. You do it then.
I guess Lucian is going to approach the orb and kind of look over at Agaricus. You ready?
I'm as ready as you are.
Roll a use magical device. Do you have use magical device?
I do. Whether it's good or not is to be determined.
Alrighty. So you place your hands upon the orb and tell me what Lucian's thinking when he does this. You tell me what happens when, like, just tell me how Lucian goes about doing this.
So after Lucian and Agaricus, you know, speak with one another, like, you ready? Yeah, let's do this. He just approaches the orb and just thinks, just calm, peace, no violence, quiet. And then just places his hand on the orb.
The orb says, "No!" No, I'm just kidding. Once you put your hands on the orb with all those thoughts, for a moment there, you feel like this, it's not so much what you feel, but what you see within your mind's eye, and by proxy, Agaricus, because you're in, you know, you're pretty much making contact with Lucian, who's making contact with this thing. You see this as well. For a moment there, that same old depression wants to engulf you again, only 10 times worse. Enough that you could die right here and now. Just from the sadness. Like, you know, your heart could just stop, because why beat? You feel that intense amount of sadness just begin to engulf the two of you, as Lucian, as you're placing your hands on this orb, you feel it tremor under your hands and up into your fingers and through your palms, down your forearms, up your biceps and into your shoulders, and then it settles. And you watch as the glow in the orb just powers down. Ooh. And you take a deep breath, and you have succeeded.
That was fun.
Now roll me a will save. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Yes.
Yeah. It gives you depression. No, you guys succeeded in powering down this first orb. And once you do that, you notice that the shadows that were engulfing it in this area deplete, almost like fog lifting from the ground and just dispersing into the air.
3 more to go.
Woo!
So, what does that look like for Iteria now? Mind Doc, what is Itarian doing with Sir Solixel? Like, what is
Yeah,
that?
so
How's that scene playing out?
just to be clear, like all the immediate threats are taken care of now, right?
Right now, yes.
Yeah. I've messaged you one thing as of now, but for the sake of this, I guess like I'll simplify a little in the sense that I think if anyone pick it up, like they just move over to them, they jump, sort of like run over to them swiftly and like offer support as like so this was kind of just moving or like kind of swaying from side to side. And they don't really feel the need to ask anything as they can like see the condition they're in. But they sort of just look at each other like in the moment of just kind of like so I what you said. I mean,
yeah.
not a simplification, but
if it's
they just sort of look at each other and so they share like a grim kind of like expression, and the tick Itarian has gained, to phrase it like verbally, is that essentially if Cecilixo is like in a threatening situation, Itarian feels the need to like match their kind of zeal and like push further into the fray to get into like a similar level of danger. Like they don't like the idea of them facing that alone.
How does that just out of curiosity, how does that, because one of the things is it becomes kind of a visible thing too to like everybody who look at you right now, like how does that I don't want to say like it's visible like in the sense where like your body morphs or something, like it does that like to the rest of the group. Does that mean he's got like almost like a crazed look in his eye now, or like a weird smile, something off-putting that the rest of the group is going to visibly notice about him now, him in particular, since he is matching that zeal. You see what I'm saying?
I think what they would notice is that the two of them are just a lot more they do have like a bit of a look in their eye whenever going forwards there's like danger that occurs. They look just a little bit like resigned, nearly. Not as if like they're they're still gonna like fight and shit, but like I don't know, like as if they're mutually a bit more just accepting of like a dangerous outcome. Like they just fight with like just a little bit more abandon, and that they just look a little bit more like reckless.
Right. Alright, so like a lot of what Itarian says and does from it and Sir Solixel by proxy really, just needs to match that energy. You know what I mean?
I don't think it would be I just don't think it would be like an immediate like a thing that would really show as much now as much as it will in similar situations.
I know what you mean. So with that, Lucian powers that down, and Eom and Takashi, you guys watch Eom or Lucian power this sphere down, and he's like 3 more to go. So what is the group doing now? You all tell me who's doing what's going on. You've still got the portal in the center of the cemetery, and you've got at least 3 other places that are bathed in shadow. The closest one to you, as it stands right now, just from the party as a whole, is probably about 45 feet away. In the upper, what would that be, northeast corner of this room.
Well, since I wasn't allowed to smash the orb, I guess I'm gonna go around and, with my original plan, and start smashing the heads of the dudes in the graves.
All right.
I'm gonna go touch the orb. I'm gonna go caress that shit.
Which orb? You're gonna head in the closest one, or are you gonna head back to the one you've already discovered?
The one that Eon was at, I guess. The closest one?
You are at the one that Eon was at. You're at the one that Lucian just powered down. So you got the closest one. Yeah, you got the closest one that's like about 45 feet away from you in the upper northeast corner, or you got the one you just came from, which is down in the southwest corner.
I'll go to the southwest, the one I just came from.
Okay. So you start heading over there. You know, you killed that ghoul. You go walking past its body like, screw that thing. Lucian, you watch him walk back in the direction of the orb that you just came from. You're watching Takashi head that way. You're also watching Eon walk up to a grave and just start digging it up for some weird reason, which it's so funny because the way you worded that just now, Android, you're like, since he didn't let me smash, and I was so worried that was going to be where you ended that sentence. I was going to be like, do what?
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, you're watching. Yeah, you're watching Eon just start digging up a grave, which that's probably like 10 feet in front of you. You're watching Takashi walk that 30 feet back towards, or yeah, about 30 feet back the other way where you just came from that other one. And you've got Itarian and Sir Salixel up there just kind of not looking right. You know, Sir Salixel doesn't look well, and Itarian looks like he's resigned to something.
Follow Takashi.
You're like, I'm not dealing with these people.
There's not much I can do for Itarion.
Yeah.
And Sir Salixel, so I mean...
Yeah, and you're not gonna watch Eon just dig up a body and start smashing.
Hey, I said he can smash the next thing we came across, and I was gonna keep my word. I ain't gonna get in the way of it.
Fair enough. So, Takashi, you get there before Lucian does. You come walking up to the orb. Am I to guess that you're gonna try and touch it and do the same thing that Lucian did?
Yes.
Alright, do you remember how to do it?
I have to be pure of heart when closing it.
Sure. What I want you to roll for me.
If it's intelligent based, I am screwed.
I am. Let me see this. Let me look at your skills real quick, because I don't think you have use magic device as a skill. No, you sure don't.
No, I do not.
So yeah, you're gonna have to roll a a charisma. Ooh.
Squeaks off that orb and just shut it down.
Basically, yeah.
Whisper sweet, nothing's into it.
You're not there. He's gonna pull this off before you have it. He's gonna do this, come win or lose. He's gonna have a chance at touching it before you get to him.
Yes. So roll a charisma?
Roll a pure charisma check.
So I did jack shit.
Oh,
I'm
my-
teleported off to another place.
Oh my god. So tell me, okay, so paint the picture for me. What does Takashi do when he goes to put his hands on this? Like, tell me what his approach to this whole thing is.
Well, since I'm orcish, I'm already crude as it is. So I'm gonna just honestly go to palm it, like you go, like you do to a bald person, just and just try to close it like that.
A fucking cat can do it. Why can't I?
What does he, yeah, and he doesn't have like any thought or anything. He's just like pure heart, and then goes to just palm it like it's a basketball. Just
Yeah. He's like pure fart. Aw.
roll me a fortitude. DC 15. No, DC 10. My mistake.
Oh well, I just barely passed that bitch.
Yeah, so you put your hand on it, and you experience the same thing I just said that Lucian experienced, except instead of it like trying to mess with you mentally, it's trying to mess with you physically. It's trying to engulf you in sadness, and you can feel the vibration of this orb going through your whole body, but you're not just feeling the vibration of it. While Lucian and Agaragus experienced this like hum and this emotional depression, you're feeling what it actually is, and that is a chaos orb. You are experiencing the chaos, and it tightens your arm up on it like you're being electrocuted. Your fingers cramp around it, your muscles bulge, you kind of slobber a little bit, your eyes, kind of turn white. They don't roll back into your head. No, they turn white because they are glazing over, and you're just feeling that for a moment, and then by force of will, you jerk your hand away and take a deep breath. Your eyes turn back to normal. You can see again. You're breathing. That hurt pretty good, but you were able to, withstand it. Let me put it like that. You were able to withstand it. However, you did not close the orb. The orb did not shut down for you at all. And Lucian, you make it over here in time to see the tail end of all of that. You're like seeing Takashi holding that thing. He's slobbering. His muscles are bulging. The veins are popping. His eyes are glazing over white. And then he just pulls away from it, just kind of effed up, like he just took volts of electricity. Your insides might be a little cooked, Takashi. You might poop blood for a little bit, but for the most part, yeah. But for the most part, you're okay.
I ain't no punk bitch.
But it seems we kind of look at Scotty like, are you okay?
Give him the Naruto Databayo. And then I just watch him close the orb so I know how to do it next time.
Lucian does not understand Peng Shun Common at all.
Right, my brain in a little bit.
Looks at Takashi like a little confused and just does like the quick head shakes, just like, okay, whatever. And walks towards the orb. Takes a deep breath. Peace, calm, tranquility.
I'm intentionally watching him close orb.
Hey, Lucian, it's the same as before, and it's the exact same thing as before, only now you've become accustomed to it, and the orb powers down. Ooh. It just... Ooh.
Alright, and make way to the next one.
So the closest one to you guys right now isn't actually located in one of the corners of the room. It's actually about 45 feet away from you, and it's a small grouping of tombstones that are sitting closer to the center of the cemetery than than this one. You know what I'm saying?
There's graves over there too.
Yeah. There sure are.
Okay. Lucian's gonna look over at Guillaume and yell over. He's like, "Hey, you want to come over here and smash these in while I work on this order?"
Time to smash.
So, Eom, go ahead and just roll me a search real quick.
Okay. I find nothing.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that at all.
I find some dirt.
You are tearing through. You're tearing through this grave, right? You're just bashing it in and tearing it up, and you're punching the tombstone and everything. It's kind of a crazy little ordeal. Go ahead and roll me a D4.
A D4.
Yep, just a D4. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I wasn't expecting you to roll its max amount, so alright, so you notice about this, you're like desecrating this grave. Basically. And you notice that this grave, like the corpse in there, is already missing a head.
Oh, well good.
Yeah. It's the strangest thing. It's already missing a head, and sitting next to it is a jar with some liquid in it that has a weird little something in there. What that is, you can't tell.
That jar is next to its body.
Yeah, it's like it's like it was buried with it.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm gonna take it out and bring it to Lucia when he calls for me.
So you reach in and you pull out the jar, and Lucian calls for you. Do you inspect the jar at all?
I guess so.
So it is okay, so it is full of a liquid, right? You can't tell what kind of liquid it is. It's pretty clear looking, like it doesn't have like a tinted color to it or anything, but you can't tell if it's like oily or what. But as you look closer into the jar, you see this little creature floating around in there that looks like a worm, maybe. You don't have a lot of frame of reference for this thing, but it's very worm-like, you know what I mean? Only
I think I'll name him George.
it's got but what's so off-putting about this thing is that it's got the blackest eyes you have ever seen, and they look at you almost knowingly, like it's got a hint of intelligence. But what's even more disturbing is coming off of its face looks like little tendrils, like whiskers or something, hanging from its face, as if it's got like a mustache and beard that is just floating in this liquid as it's looking at you through the jar. Almost.
That makes me think of that scene in The Faculty.
Almost menacingly. It is almost menacing the way it's looking at you, and it's extremely off-putting. So yeah, you bring it to Lucian to look at.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I'm gonna say that we'll say that you guys you bring it over to Lucian. I'll say that you guys stop like we'll say that you guys stop like maybe 5 feet before you enter into that like deeper darkness, so you can show him that jar. You know what I mean? And Lucian, you basically see the same thing that Eom did. And it's just as off-putting for you because it looks at you as if it like knowingly, you know? And you have a little bit more of a reference for these kinds of things because you've actually like you're not like Eon. You're a little bit more learned, right? Than Eon is. And it's just the most so it's a little bit more disturbing for you because to have something like this look at you as if it knows you exist is a little bit more than you were ready for looking at this disturbing little thing. What I will recommend for you, Lucian, is a knowledge of the planes if you have it.
I do, but it's crap.
Well, give it your best shot. We'll say 10 or higher. Good grief! Alright, maybe I should have gone 15, but that's alright. You'd have gotten it anyways. You look at this thing and you remember a book you read once. Something about theory of phlogiston or something of that nature. The theory of phlogiston and the astral plane. And you go through your sort of the Rolodex of your memory, as it were, recalling everything that you had learned, because this thing strikes you as familiar, as if it's a description of something you've heard about before, and it brings you to that book. The theory of phlogiston and the ethereal, or not the ethereal plane, but the astral plane. And you contemplate, and you recall words like, for instance, just to get this right, you recall words about the astral plane. You know, the astral plane is basically broken up into two sections. You have the astral plane, and then you have astral prime. Astral prime is basically, in theory, what you see every time you look up into the sky. The astral plane is kind of like a mirrored realm that sits alongside the astral plane. You see what I'm saying? So to look up at the sky, you wouldn't call that the astral plane, you call that the astral prime. But if you trip into the deeper reaches of the astral prime, you will slip into the astral plane. And there is where you will experience what is known as the cosmic horrors. And you seem to recall words like Atropole and Dreadnought, Nothic, the 100-fisted ones. Just crazy words. You're trying to recall all of it, but you finally land on the word illithid. And that's the thing right there. That's the thing you know, and once you land on that word, you can't get off of that word. It haunts you. And you realize what you're holding in your hand is an elder brain tadpole. If the stories be true about these illithid, If this thing gets out of this jar and gets into any one of you, incubates any one of you, it is going to devour you, devour your mind, basically. Your mind and your head, and basically transform you into one of these illithid. Now, this is all just theory. Nobody's entirely sure if this is true or not, because who's been to the astral prime before? And until now, you kind of thought it was just, you know, science fiction theory type stuff, you know what I mean? But this thing definitely matches the description of one of those things. And it is looking at you hungrily. Knowing all that, roll me a sanity. It's a good thing Eom is less learned, man. He's like, to me, it just looks like a bug.
How do I do this again? Sorry.
Whatever your total sanity is, you need to roll a D100 and get whatever it is or less, basically.
Oh, cool.
So you want to roll under. Yeah. You're shooting for under this time. What is
Well, my sanity is 27.
Oh, well, that's rough.
So, yeah.
Okay,
Damn it,
so you can let me decide on whether or not this is a bad situation, a disturbing situation, or a horrific situation. And if you let me decide that, then I will basically tell you what die you need to roll for your sanity damage. I'm going to tell you right now that it's just a disturbing situation, which is only a D8, right? Or you can go with, then that's called expected fate. Or you can go with option 2, which is rationalize, which means you can try and roll this again, but if you fail, you're just going to roll a D20.
Yep,
Or-
will do the expected.
I was going to say, or you can go with option 3, which is acceptance, which means if you've got heroic points that you can use to, you know what I'm saying? But you're not rolling those heroic points this time. You're just burning the whole die by 4. So if you can burn 4 points to decrease that 60 down to, if you got enough to get to 20, you said 20?
27.
To get to 27, you can do that. If you can go 4, 8, blah, 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 and then, you know, whatever number you come on minus
No, I wouldn't make it.
60. So which would
I
you
wouldn't
like
make
to
it
do?
if I made all 20, all 4s anyway. I want the expected.
You went expected? All right.
Yep.
So you're going to roll your D8? Yeah, I'll let you roll the D8. You just tell me what you get.
6.
So 6. So you were at 27, right?
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so 13 is half of your sanity right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you get to half your sanity, you will develop a tick. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you lose all your sanity, you will be mentally insane. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that you still can't play your character or this or that. It means you have to play your character like he's gone crazy somehow. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't mean like the kind of crazy like he's in a loony bin saying he's Napoleon. I mean, like, you know, let's just say this were a realistic situation and you saw the dead rise from the grave. You know, you guys fought zombies. That was nothing to you. You're like, yeah, sure. Necromancers bring the dead back to life all the time and yada, 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 you know? But if this were the real world and you saw something like that and it break your sanity, you would you might go crazy in the type of way where you're like, the dead have risen, we are in the end times, you see what I'm saying? So if you lose all your sanity, whatever broke it needs to reflect that in how you play your character from there on out. If you develop a tick, it's more just like a feeling, you know what I'm saying? You haven't quite gone crazy yet, but you're on the verge, you know what I'm saying? You're having a bout. Maybe it could be something as simple as you don't like the sound of running water anymore. It disturbs you every time. Or it could be something else like a pledge you have now made. You know what I'm saying? And this or that, But that pledge could be suicidal, for instance. Something of that nature. So, but you're not there yet, so.
Alright, so I'm taking the 6 off my sanity, right?
Yes. And
Okay.
for the record, all of your sanity can be healed. You guys can get your sanity healed. You know what I mean? You just have to tell me it has to be some sort of therapy. You know what I mean? You would just have to tell me what would be the most therapeutic to you as the character, Like, if you're a cleric, it may be going and praying in your divine's chapel or something and feeling that peace over you, If it's, it might be gobbling up a bunch of strawberries and it's got to be a little bit more than just eating strawberries, though, you know what I mean? Like, eating your feelings is never healthy. Everybody knows that. But it might be like having a nice picnic you know what I'm saying? Like, you would have to tell me what your therapy is, and we'd go with that, Yeah, I mean, you might just up and just go see a shrink and figure it out that way. Who knows? But yeah, your sanity can be healed, so keep that in mind. No matter how much sanity you lose, you can get it back.
Nope. I could head off in like the next 10 minutes or so as a heads up.
Oh dang, I didn't realize it was so late already, and we're not even done.
Yeah, it's like 4 hours past.
Oh my gosh. Alright, well, let's just call it here for tonight then. You guys know you got 2 more orbs to shut down, plus deal with this center portal here, so. Yeah, we'll just call it here for tonight. Yeah. So. With that said, though. Alright, I don't know how to end this right now, because I feel like we're still in the middle of, like, the momentum of it, so.
And on a spooky note.
Yeah. Oh, ended on a spooky note?
I mean, I don't know, like everyone, it was a Saturday thing.
Oh, I wish I had an organ or something, because then I'd be like, da-da-da, da-da-da,
Nice.
I'd be like, join us next time for an extra spook, or something. Be like, will the party escape this graveyard of undead? Will they accidentally unleash the elder brain tadpole into one of their own skulls? What other horrors will they find down here? Find out next time on
Nah, I'm just gonna smash it. That insinuates that each of these graves may or may not have one of these.
It insinuates a lot about this basement and the things that this dude keeps in his basement. Think about everything you guys have found down here. The name of the shop is called Dark Gifts. You know what I mean?
That reminds me of that episode of Rick and Morty where, like, literally the devil sets up a shop of cursed items and starts selling them, so everybody starts being, like, haunted and cursed and shit.
I mean, You know, he did tell you guys when you first came to that shop, and he said, you know, I'll let you guys take something for free, blah, blah, blah. The only caveat is bring it to me first so, you know, I can make sure you're not walking off with something, you know, life-ending for you. And bring it up to me anyways, just in case there's special instructions you're going to need to know in order to have it. You know what I mean? So, there's...
Yeah, you know, that chest is an item. That mimic chest.
I mean, you guys have talked about this before, you know, you went, you
It's
know,
an item.
you're allowed to play as much D&D as you like. You know, you're welcome to talk to him about it when you see him again. Yeah, but I mean, think about this place. Yeah, so it insinuates a lot about what he has down here. And that corpse was missing its head. So there's that. Deal with that what you will, I suppose. Yeah. Deal with that what you will, I suppose. But yeah, there's this place is not a, you know, if you ask to use the bathroom and he gives you specific directions on how to get to that bathroom, it's probably a good idea to just follow those instructions. But yeah, with that said, we will pick this up next week right here and finish it. We are going to finish it. So let's all try and get here early enough to so it doesn't get so late at that point. You know what I mean? Give ourselves
Well,
enough.
I am off next Saturday, so I will be here on time this time.
Nice word. Yeah, so it'll give us enough time to just get it done. Even if it's the only thing we do in the entire session, we'll finish it up. Sound good? Sound good?
Yes.
All
Whatever you
right.
say.
Peace till later all.
Later.
See.
All right. Well, I want to thank the audience at home for joining us on yet another one of our sessions. I love you all from my very heart and soul. I want to thank Dem Ol'school Gamers for letting me DM for them yet another time and not absolutely hating me in the things that I do.
You deserve it.
You know, I call them Dem Ol'school Gamers.
Yeah, con damage and an illithid.
Yeah.
What are you, a psycho?
It's been pretty tough, man. I tell you, I heard it best when I heard that early game D&D is like survival horror. You just gotta kind of go with it and do your best. You know what I mean? So, yep, I heard it said best when I heard it said it like that. So yeah, especially 3.5 D&D is especially like, you know, is especially survival horror. So yeah, just and your you know, your guys' sanity will increase as you increase your intelligence. So if you ever do, like, I don't know if Takashi's ever gonna get to increase his intelligence. His sanity might always just be that crazy. So, but yeah, thank you all, and we'll catch you next time. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night.
No,
Y'all come back now. Stay golden. Yeehaw!